What's going on, guys? This is Blake, and we're going to be doing another trade recap real quick. I'm going to try and do these more often. It is the first day of February, like the first trading day of February, so there's really not a lot to go over. So let's kind of just jump right into it. I don't want to spend too much time on this. You can pretty much see right off market open, we rip. On days like this, I'm not key to just aiming for these far draws on liquidity. As someone that trades continuations, especially on the higher time frame, one of the main things that I need for a trade is a clean draw on liquidity. Now, if I were to go to ES here, obviously I have ES pulled up. You can see the draws are a lot cleaner on ES. The reason I was hesitant was obviously just because the way NQ is moving, how far the draw on liquidity was for there. You can see we still haven't even taken the draw. Volume slowed down just because ES was the leading asset. I do want to stress days like these are free for evals, right? When both indexes are moving cleanly, like I'll show you guys right now, like I've halfway past some 50Ks, right? It's super easy to trade those accounts, just full port them, things like that. But I really do want to go over how to avoid like just stupid losses like this, or just like basically easily no trade days. Like for me, I sat out completely on XFAs, and the reason I sat out on XFAs is just because I don't really love the draw on liquidity for these days, right? Like today we had 10 a.m. news, but obviously still a Monday, first trading day of the month, right? You got to be thinking about all these things when you're going into it, when it's your capital. So just to simply put, I just wasn't comfortable putting risk on the table, given that of course it was the first trading day of the month. It's just usually not that good, and just given that the draws were a little far, I was a little hesitant today. But if we're going to go over the volume aspect, if you took like anything on evals, I honestly wouldn't be too mad. I do think that both indexes were moving cleanly. Price was moving pretty decently, at least on the higher time frame. But again, one of the main things that I stress is waiting for the cleanest days, right? This to me just isn't the cleanest day, right? Like even just looking at it now, it just doesn't look like that clean of delivery. I've seen better days where price delivers in 2 candles, less than 10 minutes. So those are the days that I'm looking for. It also just kind of comes with discretion as well. Like I'm also just not expecting price to run this far on Mondays. I know it can happen and it has happened before, but usually Mondays, Fridays, we usually just take out the first draw on liquidity and we'll chop around, which is pretty much what we did. Like if I go back to ES real quick, we shoot up, we take the cleanest draws on liquidity pretty much in market open, first 10, 15 minutes, whatever, and then we slow down, right? Like these are 5-minute candles, right? So it's about 20, 30, close to now coming up on an hour of chop, right? So that's the reason why price slows down, is just because those draws on liquidity were taken. I've said this multiple times, continuation models fail when you lose the draw on liquidity aspect. I really don't think it has much to do with time. Like price will move at multiple times of the day, but it's the main reason I get off at 11 a.m. EST every day. It's because usually the cleanest draws on liquidity were taken just because of New York volume. It's also the same reason I don't trade Asia, because again, Asia volume is just not as strong as New York, so New York's a lot more probable to take those draws on liquidity during market open. And usually you are going to see those draws on liquidity get taken within the first hour. That's why usually you'll sometimes even see me off by 10:30 EST. But overall, for a Monday, for it being the first day of the month, really not bad movement. The volume was there initially. I just think it's just one of those Mondays where we take the first draw and then we kind of slow down. And usually when you're trading on those types of days, like Mondays or Fridays, when price slows down, you kind of have like 3 things that can happen, and I'll show you real quick. You can either have price do what it's doing now, take the draw, just slow down, and then it'll kind of just slowly chop back up, still in the same direction. You'll either just get a reversal back into the range, and then we'll just continue chopping, and then it'll eventually choose a direction. Or you will just completely get a random flip. It has happened some days, it's just very rare. Volume will have to be very strong that day usually. But the whole point I'm trying to get out here is the fact that you just don't know where price is going, mainly because there is no draw on liquidity. You have no idea where price is wanting to go right now. So I do think if anybody took anything on ES, I don't think that it's honestly that bad. I just do think that it was leading. You still had these clean draws over here. I just personally think today was more of an eval day, and just not a day that I'm willing to put honestly heavy risk on. So again, just going over it, good volume, just not the cleanest draws on liquidity. Again, they're a few hundred points away, just not ideal. New York can do that, it can. I'm just not expecting it on a Monday or the first of the month, and if I'm betting on that, it's not high probability long term, so it's something that I would just stay away from. And I promise you guys, once you are more patient, you guys have seen the days where everybody takes the same trade. They do come 1 to 2 times a week. I promise you, you may think they don't, you may think you're missing them. You just have to get better at realizing when they come. Focus on the draw on liquidity. Don't focus on, taking trades just because they look clean. Okay, draw on liquidity, in my opinion, is 90% of it, and the other 10% is just being disciplined. That's literally all it is. Or if you're an emotional trader, it's the opposite, and you flip those vice versa. But either way, both of those go hand in hand. But to be honest, guys, just a normal Monday, right? We took a clean draw and now we're just kind of ranging around, nothing much. Pretty much typically expected. That's all I really wanted to go over. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know and I'll try to get back to them as soon as possible. You guys know me. And yeah, have a great day, guys.